Hi, it's Sue. Welcome back to my channel today. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a lovely weekend. And I'm here for yet another day in the 100-day project. And as you can see on my desk, I've bound volume 4 of my journal. So that one now is out of the large rings and into its own proper ring-bound cover. Yeah, it's a bit more manageable like this, I have to say. So I've got most of my pages in there, not quite all of them, but that will go on the shelf with the other 3 journals. And this is how I look at the moment. Looks so strange, doesn't it? Looks tiny. So, so far, I've just got a couple of pieces in here. Right, so today, what I wanted to do, I've got to tell you that I spent ages earlier looking for the label that I printed for the front of my journal, my volume 4 journal, and couldn't find it anywhere. It's another of those things I've probably put somewhere safe. I've checked under the sewing machine, so it's definitely not there. But it's somewhere around this room, and I can't find it. So I had to reprint that, and I've printed a label for volume 5, and hopefully volume 5 will see me all the way through. I should be able to finalise the 100 days in volume 5. Fingers crossed, keep your fingers crossed for me, because I don't really want to have to do another one. I might, if this last volume gets a bit thick, I might end up doing more in my little collage book. So anyway, today we're on number 90, day 90 for me. And what I thought I'd do is I want to make a little wallet, a little gusseted wallet like this. And what I was thinking was that it may go in my journal, it may stay somewhere safe on my desk, or on the shelf. I've got one small shelf above my desk. It might sit on there, and I can put, what I'm thinking is those little pieces that I want to keep ready for use. I've got somewhere I can put them, and I'll know to look there. Now, this may or may not work. If it doesn't work, it'll end up in my journal, and that's the end of it. But yeah, so that's what I plan to do today, and I've got all my pieces here ready to go. Excuse me. And what I want to do is, I want it to be, it's going to fit on this page in my journal. This grey page at the moment is either this one or this one. I might skip this highly patterned page, I'm not sure. We'll see what that looks like. So I've picked some matte page that's got a lot of bluey greys in it. It's also got New Zealand. Look, Kate. I'll have a little map of New Zealand. So I've got that. I've got some circles that I've punched out. I've got some pieces for the gussets either side. And this will be the main piece. So hopefully I've got white twine here. I've got some ink for inking the edges. I haven't decided what colour yet, so I've got that there. White twine to tie it. That's about it at the moment. But I'll probably dive into the stash for other bits and pieces. So to get my folds, I'm going to use my scoreboard. Now I use it because I'm not very good at folding straight. as you know, those who follow along with me regularly. But I've got to say, my scoreboard is an old ScorePal one, and it's not particularly helpful because it only scores every so often. So I've got like a 1/2 inch score, 1 inch, 1.5, 2, 2 1/8, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 3 and 5/8. You know, it's not like the new scoreboards that are every 1/8 or thereabouts. So, which is a bit painful. So I measure and mark and then pick my spot to score. All right, so for you, the scoring points are, do it this way round. Which way round is it? This way. So the first score line is taking the long edge at the top. You score at 2 1/4, and then 5.5, and then the last score mark is at 5 5/8. So as you can see, that little 1/8 is really a small gusset. Okay, so I've scored mine ahead of the game. And now we'll just fold on those score lines. And I'm going to use my bone folder. There we go. So it sits that way round. Your 2 1/4 inch, the first section, is the flap. Okay, so you've got the flap, you've got a small 1/8 inch gusset there, and the front piece. Okay, now what I plan to do is to cover it with this piece, and you can see I want sort of equal amount all round there, which I think is about there. So I'll just lightly fold that on there over that original score line. Yep. We can take it off and give it a better press. There we go. And that will sit like that. And I need to trim a bit off the bottom here. I just want it to go down towards the bottom edge there. It's a bit longer. I cut my cover piece at 4 5/8, and the length is 5.5. But I want to just take 1/8 off first and see if that's enough. And I'm just going to use my my craft knife for that, which is here. Let's see if that was enough. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so that will sit on there even, hopefully, to both sides like this. It will have a circle on here, or slightly over 1/2 inch. I might need to press another one, punch out another one of these, because I want, here we go, so my punch. I want to sit this over the top, and then the brad will sit in the middle. And that's how I'll secure it. One should do it. Yeah, it's not too bad. Add the cover first, and then we'll get on to this. So I'm going to use glue stick to glue these on. So I will do that and I will be back. Okay, so that's on, and it's well burnished, so hopefully that's going nowhere. And in the end, I didn't ink around the edges. I quite like it like that. I might do some inking around this area. And if I do that, I should do it now. Now this piece that is going to fit on the front, what I want is, I want it really quite high on the front. So not more than half of it will be attached to this cover. And I've glued these together, and I've actually glued three hole punches, or 3 circle punches together, okay, to form this piece. And actually it will sit a bit higher. So that's about it. So we'll mark that, and I think we're looking at about there. So I can trim that off. And again, I just use my blade for that. So yeah, that will sit here like that, and that piece will sit over. And because I'm going to use a brad, what I want to do is affix this to this piece, add the brad, and then glue the 3 elements together to the back, to the actual cover. Right, so let's have a look at doing a bit of inking. I haven't decided which colour looks best, so no, not that one. Yeah, it's quite good. Or this one. I think this one, yeah. Okay. So I've got my glue book here to the side. Just drag that on a little piece so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just that show up? A bit more, that's better. Being a bit stingy with the ink. I'm concentrating, so I'm quiet. I'm actually finding it quite hard to get back into the swing after a few days away. How crazy is that? I mean, I videoed every day just about for 79 days. And it's hard to get back into the rhythm of it. Anyway, 10 to go. Yeah, I can still see a bit of white around there. It's a bit better. Okay, that'll do. So now just mark the spot, and we want this on reasonably central. Do it there where you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so the centre is really around here. I want this. To fit. There we go. That's quite a big brad as well, so I need a reasonably substantial hole in there. I could have punched one actually. Probably would have been as easy. Okay. Let's have a look at this. Is that going to fit? I want those sort of sideways on. The legs says I can open them up this way. And we don't want it, we're going to wrap cord around here, so we don't want them too tight. We want to leave a bit of gap. I think that's about right. There we go. So then that will sit approximately there. From memory, it sits just under Dunedin. Oh dear. Yeah, what do we think? Ish. There. Yeah. Okay. Let's have some glue. Plenty of glue, I think. And go again. Yeah, that's pretty good. So for my gusset, I have cut a strip of paper that is 2 inches wide by 2 1/4 long. 2 strips actually. And I have scored at 1/2 inch, 1 inch and 1 1/2 inches. What I want to do is fold these concertina style. So one, two, there we go. And these are ready to go into the side of the pocket. Okay. Okay, I'm ready to glue the gusset in. Just double check. Yeah, that's fine. And what I'm going to do is I've worked it. I want this peak to be on the outside. So when it opens like that. And the same on this side. So I'll add some glue along here. And adhere this to this side, matching up the ends, the edges. so. And the same on this side. Oops. Plenty of glue, I don't want to be flapping around with it coming unstuck. So marry up the sides, press it down well. Then this side is ready inked, and this side. And when we attach it here, we want to make sure that it's standing on the gusset so that we give that gusset a bit of space. Okay. Get it nicely at the edge, like that. And this side as well. There we go. So that gives us a nice gusseted pocket. Now, if you wanted, you could add some ink to the top of this gusset piece. Let's have a look. Should have done that before I glued it in, really, but I'm not that worried. If you're using odd bits of paper, you might want to. There we go. You can. So that's our little pocket, our gusseted pocket. Easy to get into. If you like, you can put a little divot in there. I might do that because it makes it that bit easier to get in and out. I should mark approximate centre. Should be about here. Oops, there we go. Now all we need to do is add our cord. What I want to do is double it over. Just, I don't want too much. You can work it out. Yeah, that's about right. Trim that off. Tuck that under, and I'm going to thread this through, and that will secure it to the centre piece without a big knot. Scissors. Just want to allow a little bit of play. So if we have lots of bits in there, so I've wrapped it around here a couple of times. There we go. And that's our little pocket. how we can decorate. Where am I? There we go. Blue labels I'm looking for. That. That's a good one. Okay. Let's have that one there. Or over here. Might have that one over here. Actually, the right way around would be good. And let's have another one. What have we got? There we are. I've left the back with nothing on there, but that's fine. So that's our little pocket. Quick and easy pocket. To keep those treasures, those important bits that you don't want to lose. And I have something to put in there already. Volume 5, pop that in there. All I've got to do now is remember that that's where I've put it. Oh my goodness. There, done. Okay, that's my quick project for today. I may put that in this journal. If I do, it will go on that page there. But it will go with a clip. Okay, thank you so much for calling past today. I appreciate you spending time with me. Okay, so I found that piece of MacBook on my desk and thought, well, I'm going to use this one for my precious bits and bobs that I want to put in one place. So I make another one quickly to go in my journal. So this one's already folded. So I won't be chatting through this. I'm just going to get on with it and see how quickly I can put this one together. And as you can see, I'm using book page and the map, and this is some book page that I'd stamped on previously. It didn't stamp very well, so I've actually ordered myself one of those precision stamping boards, so I've been talking about it for ages. Hopefully that's going to help. There we go. Okay, so if that's going on this page, go on Look. Gracious. Here we go. One of our hidden paper clips. So we can do it either way. We can put it on that side and it's a tab. Why don't we do that? Oops. There we go. It's got a butterfly. Oh, it can go on the top. Be a tab that way. Okay. So there you go. 2 for the price of 1. Okay, now I'm definitely going. I'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, so day 90. Day 90 saw volume 4 bound, labelled and ready to go up on the shelf. So that was one chore today. And then we made this little gusseted pocket. Simple. And I think I'm going to keep this on my shelf to use for, you know, little pieces that I want to put somewhere safe where I know to find them. We'll see how that goes. And because I decided to do that, I made another one quickly using some book page and a matte page. Did it exactly the same. Yeah, and this one will go in the journal. Okay, so I used one of the tags that we made, the covered paper clips, to hold that in position. I'm not coming down far enough, that's why. There we go. So that will hold that into our very sad looking binding clip. And this is really just to hold it until we finish the last few days. And then it will be bound the same as this one. And that will be the final volume, which is volume 5. Okay, thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next video, hopefully. Bye now.